Can I put the microphone on you?
Yes.
I crown you. This year we'll be able to hear you.
You're a queen. Don't bother. Harvey.
Why don't you speak something?
Obigoi.
You talk something for the video. For the video, you talk something. You want somebody to ask some question? No?
Yes.
If anybody has any question they would like to ask Dadaji, please ask him.
Perhaps you know that I am an illiterate person. He can talk something.
Somebody ask a question to him. Somebody must have a question. No question?
Dadaji,
Yes.
will you come and see us next year?
Yes, I must come. You talk something.
Ways to God. There was always the catch that I had to do something. I had to practice a particular thing or behave in a particular way. There was something, as limited as it was, there was something I had to do. There was some right and some wrong. All Dadaji simply did was said that he's the automatic pilot. He's the great pilot. This is the vehicle, this is the car that you're driving in, that you came here in this birth. It's automatic. Automatic pilot. There's nothing you can do, there's nothing you have to do. Arjuna himself is driving that chariot, this body. He's going to take you where you're supposed to go, when you're supposed to go there, by the means and the route that's been prescribed. So relax, surrender to that destiny, and there's nothing to do. Everything that's coming to you is going to be coming to you. Everything that's to be taken away will be taken away. There's no need to worry. There's no need to even worry about worrying. It's too simple for many, and it's too difficult for many. It's beyond miracle, because Dadaji is the Maharaja, the greatest king of love. He's the greatest king of truth. Although he says, I'm illiterate, I don't know anything, I don't know this and that. There simply isn't anything to do, but except he says, try to remember him. Do your duty and joy. Nothing to do. That a few of us have come in his presence. This is not accidental. This was absolutely the way he draws people. Everybody in this room, everyone around the world, has their own particular story how they came to him. And each and every story is unique and beautiful. And this is his way. A gentleman that was in there, a famous Hollywood agent, who, if you took a list of, the other night, if you took a list of 1,000 people, and you said who would be the least likely to have anything to do with Dadaji, or receive anything from him, this particular man would be the man. Dadaji picked him immediately. Immediately. Within a few minutes, it was all done. This man sort of was a major in the Commandos and very Hollywood character. 3 days later in his office, overlooking Westwood, he was still all fragrant. All fragrant. The girls in his office said, "What is this about?" And he was recounting this incredible story. They were saying, "Can we go too?" He said, "No, it's not for you, but something has happened." There's right now going on, Arlene told me, one of the most fantastic events for world peace. I guess it's the biggest concert with the greatest stars that has ever, gone on this planet. Arlene told me, who's our video lady here, she said, and isn't it incredible, at the very same moment, Dadaji is sitting in front of the video camera, and he's here with us. I don't know if Dadaji will agree or disagree. He probably produced and is directing that show that's going on over there. Because he likes to play. He likes to play. That man asked him only one question in the room. He said, "Dadaji, why are we here?" And Dadaji smiled and he said, "We're here for his Leela." Then he said, "Freeman, explain to him what I mean." When he says his, he means the Almighty, the Creator. And he said, "We're here, Leela is play. We're here for his play. We're actors and actresses. He gave us a role to play. Play that role." That gentleman could understand that. That's what he does, you see. He went and walked out here, bliss. Who's that? Another lady came, walked into the room I was sitting there. Nobody knew it. He grabbed her right here. He said, "What have you done? What is that? Why did you have surgery already? It wasn't necessary." She said, "Dadaji, it was cancer." He said, "You still have great pain. So much pain." "Here, what?" And then he really got into her, and then he said, "Oh, you come tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. And she came back the next morning. She said, "I don't remember when. I feel beautiful. I don't have any pain. I feel clear." I said, "Dadaji, how is that possible?" That's his. Dadaji, nothing, can't do anything. Just in these few days here, I'm just recounting a few incidences with a few stories that are maybe. One gentleman walked in the other morning. He had seen the photo in the newspaper. He said, "I'm the last person. I swore, I took a vow, I would not come to holy people. I would not." He walks in the room, he's crying. He's crying. He's saying, "I'm a respiration therapist and I'm blah." He's crying. Does he say, "Why are you crying?" He said, "I've been searching for God for 15 years. I've been with every guru. I've been in every method, every meditation, everything. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars. I still don't have God. I still haven't found God. I'm out on the street. If this is my destiny, well, who needs? I don't want it. I don't need it." Just crying and crying and crying. Dadaji watching him. Finally, Dadaji said, "No realization." Dadaji says, "You're searching for God. You're God yourself. I'm God, he's God, every place is God, everywhere is God. How can you not find God?" Question of realization, he says, not valid. That's not a proper question. That's something that was created by these money mongers for the purpose of selling you something. You buy this, you pay this, you do this, you practice that. Long enough, you'll get realization, no question. And he was quiet a moment. He said, "I have seen lakhs." Lakh in Indian is 100,000. He said, "I have seen lakhs and lakhs of people," he said, "have come before him." He said, "I have never seen anyone crying for God the way you're crying for God." He said, "It's beautiful. Go away, come back tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. The man came back at 9 o'clock. Something was changed. He went in, he had Mahanam with Dadaji. He walked out, he said, he's smiling from here to here. He said, "I have everything. I know everything. I'm going for a job interview. I know. It's complete. I have him. He's with me. He loves me." He went off. Just few little ideas. Now it's your turn now. Now you must talk. They came to hear Dada speak. They don't know that Freeman's speaking, he's not speaking, he's stupid, he doesn't know anything. Dadaji is doing, but anyway, you should talk. Ann.
Cindy,
And
I'm Ann.
he come.
You speak.
You speak something, then I will speak.
Excuse me.
So many years I've been coming here now. It's been over 4 years since I first met Dadaji. And as so many people have said, he's a mystery. None of us have any idea who he is. All we can experience is our own personal growth. And be aware that he's affecting us profoundly. Tonight he told me, when I went into his bedroom, something that he's been saying quite often during this visit. And that is that the love that we feel is that divine love. It's not the body-to-body love that so many of us get caught up in and causes us such highs and lows, such ecstasy and such pain. I feel so utterly fortunate to have met him. I had no idea, of course, that I would. I had no idea that I'd ever go to India, that I'd ever be speaking to you people, that I'd ever be talking about him at every opportunity and bringing so many people to him. I've just started a new life, and fortunately where I'm working, the people are so receptive to him, to his message. But I know that he's been directing the affairs of my life probably forever. I just can't even imagine. But directly, that I'm aware of course, since I met him. There have been some incredible adventures, some very, very difficult times for me personally, as a number of you know. And yet I feel like, personally, I've gone on the other side, at least for the moment, of the difficulties that life presents. And I attribute it to him. He's been my resource, my refuge, my strength, and my example. One thing I've noticed in the years that I've been with him, of course we all love to see that loving look of his, with those beautiful brown eyes and that little smile. But I wonder how many of you recognize that as I'm looking at you around here, you're him. The look in your eyes is his look. That's the gift that he gives to all of us. Kathy, my friend in San Francisco, when she and I are together, when she and I are apart, it's the expression of his love between us. No matter what the outer circumstances, we can get together by phone or by letter, and we can feel his presence. That's the divine love that he's given to us to share. That's all there is. Thank you.
We get তুই একটু কথা বল, আমি মানুষের সঙ্গে একটু কথা বলি। অভি, কাম। Sit down.
Careful the microphone, Dada.
Huh?
Microphone.
খুলে দে।
But to speak without him. Nothing to speak with it. Nothing to speak without him. No, Mike, I can't speak without him.
He's coming back.
No, now it is 9:30, he may not come back.
It's okay, Avi. He's still here.
Huh?
Everybody, you have to be shy before the cameras.
Yes, I have never done this speaking. Whatever he wanted to say, he has said. Whatever she said also is my saying, so I have nothing to say.
Speak something. Speak something, you're meeting with him. Everybody, many new people, they don't know. Something.
What speaking? I cannot speak. Only in Portland, just it started. Somebody questioned this question, this, but I cannot speak like this. As you spoke, as she spoke, I cannot speak like that.
Ask a question.
I can speak before with the dialogues in the studio, not here. Something about Dadaji. But if I speak about Dadaji, then I speak in such a way. I don't like to say about him, that is the whole trouble. Because with my experiences all over the world with Dadaji for 14 years, I can only see man has no idea about God. Dadaji is coming to visit all over the world. The main reason is he is the creator of the universe. He comes to enjoy play. He is with the mind of man. Mind is set by him to come to him. And in a word, he is the creator of the universe, life and destiny. Destiny, individually we are destined, but ultimate destiny is he. And the creation took place just by his wish. And just by his wish, he is amongst us as elder brother to relieve us all the problems of human life. But how? It is not possible in a day. That's why he gives the Mahanam experience. Mahanam does not mean just it's a name. Mahanam means our existence. That existence is breathing, that flashes on the paper. But beyond Mahanam also, the portraits which Dadaji has given, it is beyond Mahanam also. That Satya Narayan, that means who alone exists. From that existence, mere existence, a wish took place to create. And in the creation, he took birth in us as Mahanam, and we are his forms. It's very difficult to understand what I am saying. We don't exist on our own. Man cannot do anything, I say, without Dadaji. You see Dadaji here, Dadaji is not a person. Again, remember it. He is not a person. He is here, he is in London, London, in other states of United States, Australia, everywhere he is here. He is here, but he is everywhere. But there is no time and space with him. To him, the world is like this. By mind, we separate, we see America, we see London, New York, India. This man has never experienced in human civilization. This is first time on earth. And man of this age is fortunate to meet him as elder brother. He has come as elder brother because you cannot communicate with Mahanam. But in front to give you the expression of his love. So he has taken the name of Dadaji. Because with Dadaji, elder brother, everybody is elder brother. Children's elder brother, fathers, parents, father-in-laws, mother-in-laws, everybody is elder brother, you see. like as God is for everybody. So all over the world, ultimately, you are doing Mahanam, but Dadaji comes in consciousness. That consciousness is He. And Dadaji, that's why he says, so many are confused when they come here to meet Dadaji, whether Dadaji will meet me or not, I am going. Dadaji says, whoever comes here is the most important thing. Even he may be in that room, he is here. Because he has created all the mind, he knows all the mind. Nothing escapes in the world to him. To him again the world is like this. He is talking here, but he is here. This is proved scientifically to all scientists by the fragrance. Because when he says, I am nobody, because he sees everything one. If I am a body, then it's an ego. But he is beyond body, beyond mind. We are in mind, but he is beyond mind. But he has created the mind to enjoy his mind, which he has set, to enjoy the love. But it is not possible how he enjoys. This is very difficult. I asked him, how do you enjoy? Well, that is inexplicable. That cannot be expressed. It is silent enjoyment and love, which we cannot understand. But he always is playful. Sometimes he is angry, sometimes he is this. He is not actually angry. But at the same time, he has taken worldly form and he has a family, so he has his own way of solving problems also. So sometimes he takes time to talk to somebody here or wherever you go. He has got started because he has to, just like that, he has to book, plane tickets. He has to arrange everything for him. So this is his worldly affairs. And he says, world cannot be discarded to be spiritualist. You have to go through it. Man has no choice to lead his own life. It's a dictated life. It's my life, it's my manifestations. You have nothing to do. But you have come here to test his love. But beyond that, he has come here to test his love. With the mind opposite to him is our mind. With this mind, he enjoys. That's why he moves all over the world, taking all these suffering troubles. He has got enough money, enough place, the big palatial place in Calcutta. Throughout the year, he stays like this, and people come to him. Why people come to him? Because they have to come to him, because they're all destined. As he said in the beginning, in 1971, we met him, he said, you know, you people are all dead. It's very difficult to accept. Very difficult. But I accepted him from the very beginning. Dead means he is the existence, we are dead. So we don't exist on our own. So existence is he. And that existence is reflected on as Mahanam. We are born with Mahanam. So nothing exists without Mahanam. But Dadaji is more than Mahanam and Sri Satyanarayan, because he is directly in front establishing this. And whoever holds Dadaji, he can guide you like a boatman carries us from this side to that side. So you don't have to bother for Dadaji, whether you are in America or in London. From anywhere you remember him, he is there. This fragrance I told you, when he touches here, blesses here, it means the seat of him is here, not here. Here where the breathing starts from this place. The fragrance starts, that is the breathing point, which is called real Vrindavan. It cannot be outside. When he touches, then you remember the fragrance of Dadaji, wherever he may be. He may be sleeping in Calcutta, and 12 hours difference in America, somebody gets aroma. One gentleman is an expert in genetics, something like that, a doctor in Germany. He wrote to me, Abhi, I got up at 2 o'clock in the night, and I found Dadaji's fragrance there. So did Dadaji go there, put the fragrance? No. He's already there. By mind we separate. As you said this time, mind. Mind separates us. But he is also the mind. But he is not attached. Dadaji is not attached. Again remember, he is not attached. He has come to establish the truth only. Because man is suffering for nothing, being led by the all human gurus and false scriptures which had nothing to do with the present life. Whoever said before, any Baba, Jogi, any incarnations that took place, all are false. Which I can say today. I have gone through these experiences because the world is still moving, and in spite of all promises in the world of the big people, good sadhus, yogis, babas, leaders, nothing good is happening. I remember one Christian gentleman in Bombay, he said, Abhi Dadaji is convincing because of this, nothing good is happening. And nothing good will happen now. He says, no human calculation will be allowed to stay. So all over the world, all human calculations will be upset. To realize that man cannot do anything. The only truth is he, Dadaji. All over the world in future, for the future civilization, the name Dadaji will be there, but he never says, I can do anything. He gives Satyanarayan, he gives Mahanam. Mahanam will remember, no doubt. Mahanam and Dadaji is the same. But one who holds Dadaji, he doesn't have to do Mahanam. Everybody of you know that in spite of doing Mahanam, Dadaji is in consciousness. You come here to Dadaji, not to Mahanam, isn't it? Who are you? So, thanks to you I have spoken much. I don't Because Dadaji is definitely proving there are three different things, mind, body and soul. Soul means he exists in Mahanam. You see, mind has function, body has a function, and he has a function, he is within him. So whatever is happening is not with our wish, it is happening with his wish. So Dadaji says, we do not know, we are ignorant about all these things. So under any circumstances, he says, it's all recorded with me in 1971. Somehow remember him, don't forget him, do whatever you like. Otherwise his law of creation will kick right and left, will not spare anybody. He gives everything, provided that law of creation, Prakriti says, care for him. If you don't care for him, you go to hell. But Dadaji, as he says, okay, Prakriti has given to you, try to have a normal life. But as far as the creation is moving now, it is going to be destroyed. So he says, as far as possible, try to be with him. So he says, try to be as far as possible with him. As the days are coming, the worst of situation will come. Of course, there is destiny. One has to go. One has to die one day. That's the first and foremost thing that he says. Nobody has come here permanently. One day everybody has to go. But to live a normal life at the present moment is necessity. Not to expect any richness or not to do this thing, that is also not in our hands. Just remember him enough. Because our life is such full of problems, you cannot go on remembering all the time. Life is such. But still try to remember him. Finish. This is the last one. Somehow. And don't think that he is not meeting or not talking to somebody. Everybody who is here, they cannot go without his wish from this house. Whoever comes, only if he does it, if he does allow, then you can only go. Nobody can go. There are so many came here, wanted to go away, couldn't go. So he is everywhere, you see, it is very difficult to accept. The one director of American Research Institute went there to Dadaji in Calcutta. Then I told him, why do you not accept this? He is everywhere. If you can broadcast from New York, in Bombay, I put on the radio, switch on, switch on. In a second, it starts. functioning, voice, everything is there, put off. Similarly, life is like this. Vibration is put off, it becomes like this. So he's everywhere. Can you see from India to New York? Can you see radio vibration? We cannot see. Similarly, he is everywhere, in every being, even animals. Nothing exists without him. Dadaji says truth is one, but I say Dadaji is one. Thank you.
About hunger in the world, and that we have to feed everybody. So many starving people, so many things. If you would just say maybe a few words about your idea about so many hungry people in the world, Africa, India, so if you could maybe just for the video, a few words. Is it possible?
You can speak, I cannot speak now.
He's not going to speak.
Come with me. Arlene.
Yes.
Arlene. Probably Arlene. You tell something
You tell.
on behalf of me.
I have been your friend for 8 years, since the first time you came to the United States. It's been a beautiful relationship, and I look forward to your visits every year. You're always with me, even when you're not here in the United States.
All right, you tell something.
Well, I have been with Dadaji since he first came 8 years ago. And it's just been a beautiful experience for me to be in his presence. And many, many times I come and I sit and I wait, and I never get in, but it's not important, because just being in his presence, which is always with me all year, but just knowing that he's, even closer, that I can smell the fragrance and see his body and his smile. You're beautiful. I love the innocent smile in his hands, he's like a baby to me. And Dada came to my house 2 years ago.
Yes.
And before he comes to your home, you have the poster of Satyarana in your room, in your bedroom. And he walked in, and when he sees the picture, his hand comes up, and he's 10 feet away, and all of a sudden the fragrance starts dripping on the wall and the picture. And it's like an incredible experience for me, and makes my home so wonderful. And the drip marks are still on the wall, and every night when we go to sleep, it's there, and he's always with us. And for me especially, I didn't know what God was. I always thought that it had to do with religion. And so when I first came to Dadaji, that's what I was looking for. I had a big confusion. Somewhere inside of me, I knew that it was something else, but it wasn't ever clear. And just being with Dada, I'm just real in touch with God all the time. I feel the presence all the time. And it doesn't have to do anything with religion, and it can be everything. And it is everything. And thank you so much for showing me. My eyes are your eyes.
Same eyes.
Same eyes.
Nice. Huh?
बहुत अच्छा बोला.
Beautiful.
He's very much impressed what you are saying, and he said you said very beautifully.
Thank you.
She's beautiful. top to bottom, I'm saying.
You understand? Your heart is beautiful. From inside, you are very beautiful.
She is something, always, and serious.
She's very kind. She's very kind. I just joked with her and said, do you remember me, Arlene? So I was just joking. So if you ever say that thing again, I won't tolerate it.
After all these years, he said that to me. I remember everybody who comes, and it makes me very happy to see all the new faces this year, you know, to be able to share with so many new people.
So,